Alright, you bastards, today we're going to talk about vitamins. How do you get them? Which one are important? And what's the easiest ways to do this? But before we do that, if you're interested in detective stories, in the description there will be a link to my book called Bloody Crosses. It's in Dutch. If you're interested, I would say take a look. So, vitamins. Vitamins is actually something that I've only been thinking recently about because I used to rely on more on my food pantry to get my all my nutrients and vitamins. But I've been thinking lately because some of these will not last for long. So if you got something like this, these are oranges in a can. These are great for certain vitamins, but like I say, they are containing certain vitamins. They do not contain all vitamins. And that could be a problem for me because I've got a pantry with all these cans, but they will only go so long. And each can has certain vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients that are perhaps not that equivalent to each other. So I could be in big trouble because my biggest reliance on my food pantry is this just rice. But I've been watching some reports about World War II, how a Japanese doctor did research on why people in the army and the navy would get a certain disease. It was an unknown disease to them, but what this doctor discovered was um, so many people in the army who got sick and even died because they had a deficiency, and they discovered that they mainly ate white rice, and yeah, those contain calories, but they do not contain all nutrients and vitamins. So that's the Japanese doctor did some experiments by giving the men, because they discovered this because the regular soldiers were eating white rice, which was something big in Japan because most people came from the countryside. But they discovered that officers who had more money could buy more other foods groups, so they would not be hit by this deficiency. So they put some barley with the rice, and it's reduced so many deaf and wounded people during the naval exercises that they implanted it into their just average doctrine. So this set me to thinking because, like I said before, I'm reliant on something like this, these cans with vegetables and fruits, or this something like this, lemon juice or something like this. But that would not be enough to get during a long-term survival situation to get all my nutrients. So I've been thinking and done some research on how to get all my nutrients. And yeah, the first things that come to mind is, of course, the most easiest one. This, first of all, just regular plain multivitamins. You can buy this in any pharmacy or something like that. And this contains all the, if you perhaps can see, all the vitamins from vitamin A to vitamin K, zinc, copper, biotin, chrome, iodium. You name it, it's inside of it. B12, all that kind of sort of stuff. So yeah, just get some vitamins. I would advise to, because there are certain different kinds of multivitamins. These are just tablets, and these are more like aspirin. How do you say this? You put them in water and they will start to fizzle. So there are certain. I would always opt for these dry things. There are also these kind of candy-like multivitamins or something like that you need to chew, but those are more reliant on something that could deteriorate very fast. So I would say take something that could be dried, and that could take, and if you package them right, perhaps you can package them into some vacuum package or something. They can go for a very long time for a reasonable price, I would say. So multivitamins, I would say put them in your pantry and also put some in your bug out bag, because during a bug out you will perhaps get some gain some food from calories, but it's not that you cannot rely to find any plants. I'm going to talk about this, any plants to find all your nutrients and vitamins. So I would say be very careful about that. Always put some multivitamins in your bug out bag, and of course in your pantry. And this is not only for regular people, this is also for small children who are more in growth, so they need more vitamins to for the grow. And another thing is you for people who have perhaps some autoimmune disease or something else that they cannot process their vitamins very good. Another thing that I need to tell you about this kind of multivitamins is many people think, just pop one in and I'm good. You have to eat. You use this. The most effective way to use this is after a meal. So if you eat something with that does not contain all the nutrients but calories, like rice, just after eating the rice or barley or something else that you have, like grains, those contain some, but just pop one of these after the meal and you will have all your calories, because otherwise your body will not be able to process it that well. And I would say perhaps take it every 1 or 2 days because it will make it last longer. And the second thing is your body, if you eat too much of the vitamins, then it's also bad for your bodies. Like an example is some Inuits in the North Pole, they cannot eat the liver of a polar bear that they have caught during the hunting or something, because if they eat the liver, it contains so much vitamin C that it will kill them. So that's an example of how too much vitamins can kill a person. So I would say don't take too much, because that's something that bothered me. I see all these people who have a regular diet or some sort of modern diet, and they still need these eat these supplements while they even don't need to. So that's all bringing them more disease and could be dangerous for them, or making them more sick. So that's something that you need to watch out for. The second thing I would say is, and this is something that I put in my bug bag. This is one of those Convar 7. How do you say this? Emergency rations, but you have these in three tastes: chocolate, peanut butter, and these are the multivitamins. So, like the other two tastes, don't contain that much nutrients and how do you say this, vitamins is what I mean. But these are specifically made with more vitamins, hence the name multivitamin. So you do not only get your calories but also all your vitamins. But they, like I said before, they could contain so much vitamins that it could be a little bit bad for your body. So I would say take a few of these and also a few of the other tastes, so that you will not get an overdose of vitamins. But I would say put a few of these inside of your workout bag. All right. The same thing goes with these Energy 5 emergency rations. These contains also all of the vitamins. So yeah, if you, I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, all of the vitamins, even B12. So yeah, or for early vegans, you can eat this during your workout. So if you want to continue that life, another thing that you can do is there are a lot of vitamins in milk. So if you have milk powder, yeah, that's also a good way to get all of your nutrients. So if you do not have your emergency rations with vitamins or your multivitamins, what can you do to get your vitamins? Well, there are two ways you can do this. First of all, like I said before, you can gather plants. So I would say get your knowledge in order to know which plants contains which vitamins. For example, stinging nettles contain a lot of vitamin C, just like Deneboom. How do you say this in English? Those Christmas trees. I don't know the English name of them, but those need those the pine tree. Those needles contain a lot of vitamin C, and that's an example of how to get vitamins. Vitamin D can you get from the sun. So during wintertime, if you carry all these clothing, try to take them off once in a while and get some sunlight on you. What is another example? There are so many other plants, like certain flowers that have certain vitamins, but I need to do more research in which plants contains which vitamins, because I always was more looking at which plants are edible and what are the main vitamins and nutrients. But I have not been doing so much research in which specific vitamins. So that's something that I'm going to learn myself from now on. So yeah, that's another way. Another thing is way to get your vitamins, and this is not for meant for many people, I think, but regular hunting. If you're going to hunt, whether it's with a big game or with this, with because I would put this in my bucket bag, a small air rifle to get small game, birds. What you can do is, if you're going to hunt, eat some of the organs of like the small game that you have, like especially the liver. The liver contains a lot of vitamins, kidneys, the heart, the lungs, uh, and yeah, those things contain a lot of vitamins. I would advise to going if you're going to eat it, because a lot of people catch game, they pluck it, put a stick to it, of course remove the organs, but they think I remove the organs and I will spit roast it and I will get all my food from there. But I would say if you're going to remove the organs, of course the intestines, throw them away, or use them for something else like making a bowstring or something. But something like I said, the liver, the kidneys, boil them in a soup, in water, bouillon, whatever, so that everything that you cook out of it, it's also getting in the other food particles, and you get more nutrients that way. So yeah, it perhaps for some people it's perhaps not the most tastiest thing to do, but in my opinion, and it you get to do more with less. So even if you catch a small bird, eat the liver, and you will get more nutrients that way. So I'm sorry, vegans, but that's nature. So yeah, this was my take on how to get vitamins. If you know another way to get vitamins, please let me know in the comments. I'm always eager to learn new things or new ways that you can do it during a bug out, perhaps during a bug in, or perhaps from everyday stuff that you use but you will not really think about. So please let me know that in the comments. I want to learn from other people's. You can teach me too. Leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and thank you for watching. And see you in the next video. Cheers.